I'm going to wait till some people jump on here, but I'm going to give some updates. I'm out on a job site, so I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. And Bluetooth headphones, I don't know how well they work. Test 1 2, can you guys hear me okay? Test 1 2, can you guys hear me okay? Alright, I'm getting audio on my other phone. Alright, I'm getting audio. So there's some things I want to cover. It's kind of crucially important. I know a lot of people have asked me about covering the trial. I'm going to touch base on this today. I'm going to let you know what my plans are for this. I've had a lot of people reach out to me. It's been a lot on my mind with a lot of things. I've also reached out to a lot of different, a couple different sheriff's department PDs. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of break down a lot of things. I'm going to show you. Hi, Noli D. Thanks for jumping on. So I want to cover some of these things. It's also going to be kind of an open chat, open discussion with some things too. So I'm going to wait till some more people jump in here. But you guys, I mean, I got 4 people in here right now. Does anyone have a question? 5 people. Does anyone have questions for me right now that I can answer before we dive into it too far? I'll answer questions as we go. But yeah, we all over the world, this is a major event. So I do want to cover some of these things. All right, so I'm just going to jump into it right now. I don't know if anyone else is live. I only got 3 people in here watching. So let's see, Noli's asking, do you think he's going to do more and change? You know, here's the thing. Thanks, Noli, for sharing. Thanks, Cop Blocker, for jumping on. One thing I want to do, and if you guys ever watch my reporting, I try to stay unbiased, completely non-biased when I report things. I stick to the facts, what I see, and report that to you guys. I try to be as fair and honest as a reporter as possible. I get lumped in as a First Amendment auditor because I do some of them. My goal is to get the truth and information out to you guys and let you guys make the decision. That is my goal. That's one of the reasons I started. I'm going to not cover this trial. Not in the fact of there are so many people that are going to be down there. I'm not covering the trial. I'm gonna, Noli, I'm gonna explain this whole thing right now to everybody. I've spoke to law enforcement. I have spoke to people. I spoke to a lot, and I'm going to give my personal opinion on this because it is weighing heavy, and I get a lot of people question me about great run-ins with State Patrol despite the video I put out. I have follow-ups to everything that's coming down the pipeline. This is very hard for me to say. One thing I can tell everyone, and I've actually had some conversations with a Plymouth police officer that's super great, completely off camera, off the record, which I kind of wish I could film these interactions for you guys so you guys could actually see that I do have really good interactions with a lot of law enforcement. But it's to protect them as well. It's baby steps. It's building allies. There's a bigger picture thing I'm working on. This is what I want people to do. As you could see in what his possibility is for what he can get, you need to read our state statutes. This is the key factor with all law and law enforcement. Okay. It doesn't matter what we think. we all seen it. We all seen the eight-minute video. And I'll be honest with you, I've talked to numerous law enforcement, and they're agreeing with what we all see. We have multiple videos out there with law enforcement coming out and protesting with people. Not rioting, but protesting. I'm going to need your guys' help for a lot of things I'm working on. A lot of things are very hit me personally, hit my friends. I'm working on, and I want to thank the people that have reached out to me on these things. I want to show you guys a quick video of one of the reasons I won't be covering things like I did. It's for my safety. And we hear that all the time, for your safety and my safety. It's literally for my safety. I've had people beg me not to go and cover the trial or be down there in that mix. So let me pull up this video on my other phone quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this video public for you guys. I've got an age restriction on it already, which I don't understand how that happened. So I'm making it public. The title is GF. So this video is going to be public right now. It's small. I had to screen record this, so, and I'm sure you guys have been made aware of this here.
You're gonna be in a bad situation in a second. Because you've been calling out for what you are. You need to get out of here. We know what you are. You need to get in your car and go. I don't give a fuck who you are. You've been calling out for who you are. You need to get in your car.
It's very tense near the memorial, and a militant-style group has closed off several blocks with barricades. What's the situation at the memorial?
The situation at the memorial is, from what I understand, is kind of volatile.
So here's the problem. If you guys seen my first live when I went out there the day after we all seen the video of George Floyd dying out there, the state has a very hard case to prove, first of all, and I'm going to speak facts for right now. Facts are, state has a hard time. If you look at our statute for third-degree murder, it's a very murky law. They're going to have a really tough time proving third degree. Number two, the state's going to have a very, very hard time proving second-degree murder. The best chance the state has for this is going to be manslaughter. The manslaughter charge is the best option. I'm going to move around here because I got people walking behind me. The best option the state has is manslaughter. With that manslaughter charge, that's about the best I think the state has, and even that's going to be very hard to prove. I've talked to a few different people on that. The problem that the state's going to have, I'm just going to be honest with everyone, he wasn't the only officer there. And with the autopsy results of the fentanyl, COVID, these are going to be tough for the state to prove manslaughter on. This is going to be a tough trial. It's going to be hard for them to prove. In my personal opinion, I don't think he's going to get murder on 1 and 2. And I'm not saying that because I don't believe he should. I'm saying we have to look at the way the law is written. Again, the way for us to make effective change is in legislation, changing the laws, talking about the laws. You know, the city's already settled for 27 million? It's getting out. I just had another alert on it. I mean, I'm getting alerts on all this stuff. I'm following this. I'm tracking it. So with that, you can see right now, with the last video I just put out, what I just showed you guys, they're not allowing anyone down there to even view in that area where I've been a few times. Where I was down there the first day or the day right after, had great interviews, great conversations with the community. We just had someone die again in that area because they refused police to come in to help save them. Do I think he would have died on his own? I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that. I mean, there's what I'm trying to just talk about is what the law is and where we're at with everything, the facts about the case and the facts about our laws, and the opinion I have on just that alone. This is a very, very tough case, and I wish so bad I could be down there covering this. I want to be down there covering this. I want to show you guys, the people, what's really going on. But as you could just see in that clip, these people are not Southern on his own, in Southern Minnesota citizen. Wait, hold on. We don't have a suicide by cop, Southern Minnesota citizen. It's just, this is such a murky case. The problem is, and this is another thing that I have multiple sources. We have multiple sources in public safety. I have multiple sources in public safety talking about when this pops off here in Minnesota. We have so many resources in the state tied up in downtown Minneapolis. That they're going to push outside the city. So what I'm going to try to tell everybody is make sure you're safe. Make sure you're well protecting yourself and your family, and stay out of Minneapolis. In fact, you want to stay out of the surrounding suburbs. So all the suburbs that circle around Minneapolis, you guys want to stay out of. Make sure you're well protected, because we have sources. I have sources saying that they're going to spread. I can tell you right now, in Plymouth, Minnesota, there's 80 police officers in this city, and I know I'm on Plymouth a lot. Not all the police officers understand that I'm not their enemy, but I'm also not 100% backing them. I'm on the side of the people, what is right, and I'm against what is wrong. I believe that we all should be held accountable, and that includes me. I took criticism from the Amber Alert video I put out, from someone that had criticism on me. Honestly, I don't even think medical people should be down there. My personal belief, it's going to get really bad. I am on the side of the truth. That's exactly it. I'm on the side of the truth, and the truth bears no scrutiny. I am human too, and I do make mistakes, and I think that's it. I think transparency right now is what a lot of law enforcement needs. Yeah, I do agree. The knee should not be on the neck at all, period. It goes against training. I've had that same training. The knee was always between the shoulder blades, when you're trying to get the person in custody or to get them comply. But this is going to be a tough one. I really want to be down there covering it. I want to cover the truth. I want to get the facts out there for people so you guys can make your own decisions. This is why I try not to interject a lot of my personal beliefs or personal opinions on things. So this will probably be one of the few videos I ever do that. I do want to thank all of you guys. I do hope you support, share my video, try to help get me subs. I'm working on a huge thing. I don't want to reveal it right now, but when I hit 10,000 subs, I'll be able to do a lot more. You know, I'm definitely not in this for money, but let's be truthful. If I don't have to be a contractor anymore and I can make a lot more money on YouTube, I can devote more time to this because I'm making more money on it, right? I do encourage people to talk, share their beliefs, share their opinions. What I have found that 90% of everything that we talk about, we all agree on. It's that last 10% that we disagree, which is great. We need that. We need the disagreement. We need to have the dialogue. We need to have the discussions, because that's what gets us to learn, and not to shut each other down. Let me just read this. See, that's not right, Noli. That's not right. Everyone deserves their life. I do believe there's some exceptions to that. I'm not going to get into what I believe on that. That's a discussion we can have later. But from what I see, where we disagree is where we grew up and how we grew up. You know, guys, I one thing I will ask though is at least in the chats, let's be respectful to each other and understand that we're all human, and where this is a very heated, hot button topic. I had a very hard time deciding on what I was going to do. I have had a lot of people asking me to cover multiple things, and I'm working on multiple things to help out a lot of people with a lot of different agencies. I'm doing it for you guys. That's the whole reason I started. I have a lot of people ask me why I started doing this, and that's one thing I want to cover too. The reason I started this is we all know Minnesota Guardian Tony, and he was arrested for disorderly conduct in St. Paul by a sergeant. The sergeant has a history of not doing good things with St. Paul PD. I can tell you, when I was down there during the first protest riot, St. Paul PD officers were hands down, by far, way better than Minneapolis police. They were respectful to me and what I was doing. So we're all individuals. We all make individual mistakes, and we all need to be held individually responsible. So anyway, I don't want to be on here too long. Hey, Savage. So I'll be honest with everyone. Savage Audits has been around from the beginning with me. I appreciate him. My most favorite video of his is the first video he ever did. Absolutely hilarious. I watched it like 4 or 5 times. Could not stop cracking up over what he does. We need all of us out here. One thing I can tell you in Minneapolis, a lot of the residents are closing down. They will close down their streets. They will patrol their own. They will keep outsiders out. So one thing, we have a lot of people that are out here trying to cause a lot of harm, a lot of damage coming from other areas, and it's not okay. Sorry if my camera keeps shaking. I've got this weird tripod thing set up, and it's kind of resting on my legs, so I do apologize for the kind of the shakiness of this. And we all have personal lives too, and we're all going through our own things. I've been pulling tons of public data requests. I have a follow-up to the Prior Lake. I'm still working on that. I'm still working on getting information out of Prior Lake Police Department. They've been pretty easy to work with so far to get their public data, so I'll have multiple camera video of what happened and be able to explain that. Hey, Savage Audits, can you drop the link to your channel too? And if anyone else ever wants to promote a channel in here, definitely drop your channel links. Look, we're collectively all in this together. Let me get you as a mod in here too. Okay. So, recently I was promoted by a few other channels. I really appreciate everyone's help for getting me boosted. I'm working with a couple other big channels. I've reached out to Lockluster and Audit the Audit as well to try to boost up my ratings or my members to get my videos out there. I know I'm not a traditional First Amendment auditor. I'm truly going out to a lot of things to do. Thank you, Savage. He's got great videos out there. So at the end of the day, I really appreciate all you guys. I want everyone to be safe and understand why I won't be down there. I really want to, and I hope everyone understands. It's like what I do for contracting. I do a lot of things that I definitely put myself in situations that most people won't, and I do that so you guys can see the truth. But this what's going to happen here, and speaking from a lot of resources I have, if you're in the area, I would stay out, to be honest with you, and I'm pleading with people to stay out of the area. If it starts to go sideways, make sure you have an escape plan, make sure you have a route to go, and make sure you let people know where you're at. Be honest with you, there is no one that's going to come and save you. What's going to happen is, in my personal belief and for what I'm hearing and my sources, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse than what we've seen before. I will do what I can to cover what I can, but I want everyone to be safe. I really hope it doesn't go that way. I hope it goes the way that it happened in Minnesota when we had the when I was down covering the Capitol, where it was nothing. Unfortunately, my personal belief, it's not going to happen. The information I have, it's not going to happen, and I do get a lot of information from a lot of different sources. You know, if anyone has drones, that would probably be the safest way to cover this. I do have a drone. Unfortunately, my drone's not the best drone in the world. But you know, I thank you, Savage. I really have been on the front lines, and this one is not worth it. I do have body armor. Unfortunately, I have no one to watch my six when I'm out here in these. And when I say that, I mean I need people like that are very well trained in special forces. Hey, Capital, thanks for jumping on. So again, just make sure you guys are safe. You're hunkered down, because I hope that it doesn't go sideways. But my sources that I'm getting from a lot of places are saying that it is going to be sideways. It's a bigger picture thing right now. Thank you from northern Minnesota. Oh, I do want to also cover, I'm not done with Duluth PD. Yeah, I mean, over 7,000. I mean, you guys seen it if you were watching me. Please check out Savage Audits. Just absolutely hilarious, and does what he needs to be doing. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. My phone's starting to blow up. I'm getting a lot of calls for work and text, so it's kind of tough when I'm doing this. But you know, I want you guys all to be aware of your surroundings. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. Make sure you understand the laws where you're at. Read the laws. Understand them. Make sure you guys also have insurance if you do something. The USCCA is not a sponsor of mine, but I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm going to probably do a video on that. They will provide, with their insurance plan, an attorney for you immediately if you have to use a personal protection device. So that's one thing I want to make sure that you guys are aware of. And after you have to use a personal protection device, exercise your fourth, fifth, especially your Fifth Amendment right. Hey, what's up, FTP? Thanks for jumping on here. Make sure you guys have protection. Make sure you have the backup plan. Make sure you understand what you're doing, where you're going, and what to say. But I live by the motto of it's better to be better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. There's a day to fight it in court. You can't fight it from the grave. So I'm going to cover what I can. Jump on that video I shared that I just put out there. You know, if anyone's out there covering it, please share their stuff. Make sure you're supporting them. If anyone needs help, well, FTP, I mean, if you do that, you're kind of no better than the other ones that do that too. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and your family. I do want to try to get down there to film some of it, probably before it pops off, but I don't know yet. So again, this is kind of going long into 26, almost 27 minutes now, so I don't want to go too long into this, but I did want to get some of the information out there to you guys. Check out that other video that I just, FTP, you're going? Are you going to be here in Minneapolis? Hey, FTP, get in touch with me if you're gonna go. I mean, if I got a couple other people to watch my back when I go down there, let's cover some stuff. When that verdict's read, that's it's gonna be tough here, and not just here, but around the world. The 38th in Chicago area right now is completely closed off. That's where the person, the gentleman that was shot and died, probably died because he was denied services, medical services. I agree, but we need to make sure we're safe. So if anyone has information where we could be and we can film safely, like maybe on top of a building, like the church area that was down at 38th in Chicago, that would be great. If we get enough people so we can watch each other's back, I'd probably go. So reach out to me, shoot me an email. We'll exchange numbers. We'll get going on things. So I definitely love to see all that, or at least be down there, because you know, you're right, it's history in the making. Anyway, guys, I want to leave you, and here's where I would make, here's where I'd probably make a lot more money if I did, you know, videos on this one here, and you know, the cat videos was where the money's at. So we don't know when the last day of the trial will be. I'll try to keep updates on that. If you guys watch Unicorn Riot, they probably will be the best source to cover this. They kind of are on that side of the people. Anyway, guys, it's almost 30 minutes. I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to keep you guys updated the best I can with everything. I got to actually jump back to work. But thanks everyone for tuning in, jumping on. Yeah, there's a lot of activity. And here's the thing too, I want people to understand is there's going to be so many people in Minneapolis covering this stuff that we don't want to forget the rest of the areas. We don't want to forget other areas that there aren't people to record and film. And that's kind of what I think I might want to try to hit up. Like when I was down in St. Paul, you know, they were hitting Brooklyn Center, and I had to try to hike it back to my truck, drive up there, yes, the entire world media will be down there. So, you know, I might be trying to cover a lot of things that no one else will be covering, because we need to make sure that everything is covered during this. So I want to thank everyone for jumping on. Email me if you have information. Email me if you want me to contact you. I will do my best. Yeah, capital. Yeah, St. Paul. 38 in Chicago, I would stay out of right now. That is completely locked down to an like a Chaz or Chop type scenario. There are no resources. You're going to have like Antifa pretty much there. You're going to have Antifa patrolling the area, and you'll get Antifa medics, which are pretty much like first aid. You know, they carry the dollar store, you know, crap with them. They're not truly medics. I wish they were. Yes, it is an autonomous zone. It truly is an autonomous zone. We just had a person die, and it wasn't fair. I'm going to try and get some more stories put together and put out there. So, anyway, guys, thank you for jumping on. I say guys as an all-inclusive word, not to isolate anyone. But thanks for tuning in. Jason with Minnesota News Now, out.